Good morning. Welcome back. It's been a while, been about a week I'd say. So I've not managed to get out for quite a while now, well over a week. I've had man flu last week, and I've got the dregs of man flu today, but such a nice day today, I've got to come out. So I've been waiting for a good window of clear weather. That sounds about right. Last week, the weather up here in the Lake District was horrendous. And today is absolutely stunning. Yesterday was a good day as well, but yeah, today even better. So what are we doing today? Today's plan is to go up Jacks Rake. I did mention it at the end of my last video over a week ago now. When I was doing my gear review, I wanted to go up Jacks Rake, so that's what we're going to do. I've parked up in Grasmere. There's a nice little lay-by just outside of Grasmere. Many of you will probably know of it. I'm just parked up there, and then I'm going to head through Grasmere up towards Stickle Tarn via Langdale, Castlehowe. I'm basically going to go through Grasmere and head up to Silverhowe and then go across the tops towards Stickle Tarn. Jacks Rake is up Pavey Arc Crag basically. So head up there, and then finally we're going to go up to High Raise at 762 meters. The trig point up there is awesome trig point. One of my more favorite ones because you've got a really awesome view over to Gallimara. I think it's Gallimara. Calamari. I always think of calamari for some reason when I say that. But yeah, it's great views over to Gallimara. And then I'm just gonna kind of freestyle it back really, down Easdale Gill basically, and then come into the back end of Easdale and check out Brimmerhead Farm, which is a medieval, it's a very old farm. Apparently the oldest building in Grasmere, or so Google says if I remember correctly. So I'm just gonna check that out on the way back. Distance wise, I'm not entirely sure how long it's gonna be today. Probably around about 15 miles maybe, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, it's absolutely freezing, -5 according to the car, hence I'm sat in here. Yeah, I've got to get ready now, so I'm gonna get ready and then we're gonna go. So a bit of a confession. Yesterday I headed over the other side of the M6 over to the Yorkshire Dales because I wanted to do the Yorkshire Dales 3 Peaks. But doing a marathon distance run on the back end of a week of man flu, just a little bit too ambitious. So I got to Horton in Ribblesdale, parked up the car, sat in the car for a bit watching the snow, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't realise this at the time, it's only afterwards, that they're running the spine race, or they are at the moment. Started a couple of days back. I was watching people run past the car. Well, two actually. Not so much run, shambling. Got a mile from the car and then realised, you know what, I just don't have it in me today. So I turned around and got back in the car. Drove home, got back in bed and had a nap. So yeah. Ironically, of course, by the time I'd got home, the weather had vastly improved, but you know, it is what it is. Oh my word, look at that. Today, I have high hopes for today. Such a beautifully clear day. It's going to be a good one. All right, let's get on with it. Oh my word. Coming over the tops there was an absolute grind. It just, yeah. On a day like today, it's great. You know, navigation's awesome, but when the clag's in and you can't see where you're going, coming across the top there is an absolute nightmare. Anyway, we're here. This is Stickle Tarn. This is Pavey Arc. Nice big lump of crag there, and you should be able to see up the side here. There's a scar. That's Jacks Rake, classic low-grade scramble of the Lake District. It's been influenced to death. Come up here in the summer and it's just swarming with drones and influencers. Yeah, of course. I am one of such a beast, so yeah, I'm going to influence my way up Pavey Arc and Jacks Rake and yeah, take you for the ride. The sun's out, as you can see today. Yeah, so the sun's been on there, so it shouldn't be too bad actually. I'm kind of, I've got my micro spikes. I was expecting a bit more ice today, but I haven't really encountered it yet. So I've got my micro spikes. It's a pretty low grade scramble. I don't know what grade it is. Yeah, let's go check it out. So, as you can see, looking up there, there's a scar in the side of the crag here, and you can literally just wedge yourself up in that scar and just follow it all the way to the top. And that's pretty much the scramble. Just past that tree up on the left, it flattens out a tiny bit and then it's another steep ascent. Sun's gone in now, unfortunately, but it's around about, what is it, 20 past 12 now? So hopefully get up here in the hour and then start heading back to the car before the battery of this camera runs out, because like an idiot, I went and forgot my secondary power module. Ugh. So the one day I managed to get out, I've only got half the power, so I better stop chatting and yeah, let's get up this scramble. Oh my word, it does look rather foreboding. Yeah, so that's the worst of it done really. There's a few gnarly moments on there. I was like, oh, I should have had a headband so you could see, but to be honest with you, I have my face up against the rock scrambling up, so yeah, it's gnarly. It's I know it's low grade scramble supposedly, but yeah, it's gnarly. I'm enjoying it. So this last section now is looking pretty dry, and it's just up through there, and then onto the top. So yeah, cool. So this is Stickle Tarn, Yeah, awesome tarn to swim in. However, you won't be seeing me swimming in this at this time. Yeah, zero chance. Yeah, I decided to cut it short a bit today. Didn't go up to high raise. I'll be honest, I'm not 100%, I'm not feeling 100%. I got off Jacks Rake and the snow is up to my knees, and I was like, oh my God, it's like walking through treacle. I was like, right, get me off this hill. So yeah, I've cut it short a bit. We're going to be at about 10 miles by the time I get back to the car. But yeah, as you can hear, I've got these bad boys on. Oh dear, I've got a bit of a tear in this shoe. Yeah, look at that. I've got the Scott Supertrack 2 GTXs on today. I've had these shoes for a very long time, and they split. It's one of their faults, is they split along that line there. Gore-Tex shoe. However, my feet are wet, though not too cold. And the Gore-Tex sock on the inside of the shoe hasn't split. It's just the outer. Crunch, 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 crunch. I do love the sound of these micro spikes. However, they're a bit sluggish to run in. There's a lot of ice on the path, as you can see here. And having these things on makes it a lot easier. You just run straight over it. You're not wasting time trying to find a way around it. You just go over it. Okay. Well, it's the last push down to the car, back down to Grasmere. Grasmere? My God, my brain's just gone. Yes, Grasmere. We're going down to Grasmere. Right, let's crack on. Let's get back to the car. I want a hot coffee and a shortbread chunky chocolate shortbread biscuit. That's us coming into Grasmere now. Oh, what a day. I gotta admit, I wasn't firing all 4 cylinders today, so I'm glad I cut it short. I don't think I would have had it in me to get up to high raise. Yeah, anyway. So that's it for today, pretty much. It's just about another mile into Grasmere, into the car. Oh, gate. Yeah, so went up Jacks Rake. I've been up a few times, but that's the first time I've been up during this time of year, and it was a bit gnarly, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Would have been a lot more difficult and a lot more dodgy if I hadn't had my micro spikes. I could see some tracks of someone who had a full-on pair of crampons, and you could see where he was putting his ice axe in, or she was. But yeah, if you're going to attempt it at this time of year, definitely try some, definitely take some micro spikes up, that's for sure. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do for the next video. I did initially want to do the 3 peaks and failed yesterday, as I mentioned earlier. I guess it just depends how good the weather is and when I've got time off work. So maybe the Yorkshire 3 peaks next week or later on this week, who knows. Right then, well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, until the next video.